Yeah, I'm not too sure why they would send in a ringer. You know, Team Dignitas is a pretty stacked team. They have a lot of players, so
yeah,
maybe that he's using an account name that we're not aware of, and he's actually it could be Apollo for all I know, playing Protoss right now. Anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. It's going to be a PvP. Yellow Protoss down in the bottom left-hand corner. It is the unknown Saker. And up at the top, we do have the ringer for Team Karont3. They haven't used their big gun, Vortex, yet, but we'll see if he comes in. This is Verdi.
Yeah, Verdi's on a roll right now, and his last PvP did a great job against Bishu. Won a game that I thought was virtually impossible to win, but he pulled it off. Just excellent engage from him at the natural and the added production. So we'll just have to see. Map is Atlantis Spaceship.
Huge map.
Definitely a huge map. No crazy openers out of either player just yet, though.
And, you know, if Verdi wins, this is that's it. It is a best of 9, so the first team to 5 scores gets the kill. And Verdi is on that verge right now. He just needs that one last shot here against Saker.
Okay.
Okay, we just got piped in that Saker is actually Dream.
This just in.
Breaking news, guys. So yeah, that clears up some of the confusion.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. It's going to be Dream versus Verdi.
I'll go ahead and fix the scoreboard.
Go for it. On Atlantis Spaceship, huge map for a PvP. You know, it's strange, though, the way PvP works and warp gates. It's almost like the size of the map doesn't really necessarily change the way people have to open too much. And especially with warp prisms, it just...
You make a great comment about Protoss and their ability to warp in. It's like they have all their gateways in your base.
Well, yeah, essentially. If they get a pylon up or if they get a warp prism in there, it's especially in the uber late game, it's kind of hard to deal with sometimes. But that said, warp gate's one of the mechanics that don't necessarily change this based on the size of the map too much.
Well, because it cancels almost the distance that you have to travel.
Yeah, it does. You know, if you go for some sort of an early Nexus build, you're still under huge threat of 3-gate pressure, blink pressure, and it looks like we might have a DT opener here out of Verdi, or potentially a very fast blink opener. I think it's going to be DT expand.
I don't think he's going to go blink obs or blink, because usually when you go blink, you want to get the robo up first for a quick observer.
Well, there's the 3rd gate.
Well, you can still go DTs with 3 gates because you want to have a follow-up.
Very true.
So we'll see if Dream here, gets robotics. He has robotics coming. It is going to be 2-gate robo, 3-gate robo. So adding on that 3rd gate right now. And the reason why robotics now is so key in PvP is exactly what Dream may do, which is Dark Templar play. Verdi may do, which is Dark Templar play.
It is going to be blink, actually.
Okay.
And there's the 4th gate as well. So 4-gate blink here against 3-gate robo. No obs. There are 3 stalkers already out. He chronoed out 3 stalkers very quickly. This is the anti-4-gate build here from Dream. Looks like he might try and work his way up the ramp here. Force field goes down maybe a little bit premature right there. Might want to try and grab one of those stalkers, but just didn't want to risk it. And he does have an offensive pylon as well, so is he going to go for blink himself? I don't know. Dream currently just holding his position in the midfield. Warp Prism, no, it's going to be an Immortal. Interesting.
Well, this is a variation here in the openings for PvP. What we have on Verdi here is blink without obs, just pure 4-gate blink stalkers.
Yeah.
So it's like an advanced version of the 4-gate. It's a little bit later, but since we're bypassed the early aggression now and Dream hasn't attacked, I think Verdi is going to realize that tech, that blink, and he's going to have a great army on his side. On the other hand, we have Dream with 3-gate robo, no expand, and he's going to rely just on Immortal here, but given the vastness of this map, I actually think Dream is in a lot of trouble. He's going to lose one of these stalkers, and he's going to have to play super defensively with the Immortal up on the ramp, and that does not bode well for him because you don't want to be the defensive player in any matchup.
Well, I mean, it just depends on the situation, I think, but yeah, in this situation, certainly you do not want to be the defensive player. That's a lot of stalkers coming. He does have a few sentries and Immortals, So he might be able to hold this off. He just really needs to prevent that one massive blink up the ramp and prevent those Immortals from getting sniped. He's already started using force fields to prevent vision.
See, so he wants to keep the ramp perma-fielded.
Yeah, he doesn't want him to get vision up there at all.
Can a Zealot get this vision right here?
Maybe.
Because if he stands there, he might be enough get enough vision up the ramp. And oh, he cannot let that Zealot up. That's so risky. He doesn't have enough energy for a force field, though.
I don't think Verdi has enough to blink up and kill him, though. That's the thing.
That's a good point. There's 2 Immortals there now.
And there's something outside his main. Not sure. An observer. Is there a pylon over there on the right-hand side? Yep. So he could warp in some Zealots. Those could do a lot of damage.
We'll have to see
using it yet.
We'll have to see what happens. Dream is now throwing down a Twilight Council of his own.
Interesting.
Yeah, he might want to get Blink, or he might be going for DTs here.
Ooh, Hallucination might allow him to get up into the main with a Blink.
I think Dream is going to go for DTs because he's scouted and he sees a lack of Robo.
Yeah.
But now Verdi is getting a Robo, so it is going to come a little bit later. This is a pretty tense situation right now. Verdi really can't blink up, though. That's the key. Even though he's got an hallucinated Phoenix or Vision, he really can't blink into 3 Immortals and the Zealots and this army of Stalkers as well. So basically, he's going to have to just play the contain game, and hopefully that'll buy him enough time for this expand. But there is an observer here for Dream, relaying that info back home. So now Dream realizes, aha, you've got an expansion. And what will he do?
Well, it looks like he's going to try and do a little bit of Warp Prism harass here, which I think is an excellent idea. Although all the Stalkers have pulled back at this point, he might actually even be able to intercept the Warp Prism, which would be a disaster for Dream. Definitely don't want to lose that Warp Prism, especially with units in it. But no Stalkers out on the field, and he hasn't caught wind of this just yet.
Right.
He will be able to blink back into the main, however, and deal with this relatively quickly. He does have the expansion coming up as well, so Dream's going to have to hit some sort of a timing push here very, very soon.
Right.
Warp Prism is coming into the main. Zealots do get dropped out. Probes are going to start dying very rapidly here. He pulls out a ton of probes. Stalkers blinking back up into the main. 5 have already gone down. Is he going to go for the Nexus here?
It looks like that might have been the wrong decision. There's no way these Zealots would be able to take down the Nexus in time. Now, a couple Stalkers dying. Verdi could have blinked those away.
Yeah, interesting. 2 Stalkers go down there. A little bit sloppy, but...
Yeah, a little sloppy for sure.
Still cleans it up.
And you know what? Verdi's got that expansion down, and Dream knows this expansion is here. At least I believe he does. Yeah, he does. He has it with the... how does he see? No, wrong vision.
Observer.
Is that his observer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that is. I'm getting confused with Saker and Dream, but yeah, he sees the expansion, so now he has got to make a push, and he's going to rely on Blink Stalkers of his own plus 3 Immortals. I don't know if he's got enough to break the army of Verdi, though.
I mean, it's all going to come down to this, man. This is one huge engagement. It's so important for Verdi to hold this off.
Yeah.
Everything's going to come down to this, and here we go. It looks like Dream has a great position here.
Oh.
Excellent force fields going down for Verdi, though. Gets a great concave. His Immortals, however, are not firing and have not been firing this whole fight.
Neither has Dreams, though. The 2 in the back have just been shooting Zealots, which is not what you want to be shooting. And now it looks like Verdi takes out the 2 Immortals in the front.
Oh,
1 Immortal
wow.
for Verdi also drops. This is close, but Verdi's going to save that last Immortal. No, he loses it to a blink.
Huge plays here for Verdi. Excellent micro, excellent force fields. I think he might end up taking this battle, which is just huge for him.
Yeah.
It's going to be close. He's warping in reinforcements as the battle goes on. It's coming down to the wire here, neck and neck for both these players. Additional Zealots being warped in for Verdi.
I think Verdi's going to hold. I think Verdi is going to hold. It looks like Dream is trying to warp in more Stalkers, but Verdi is going to be able to make this hold, and don't forget he has that extra base.
He does.
So really, that was Dream's one shot, and he couldn't break it, so he realizes that that's good game.
There it is. Excellent play coming out of Verdi there, and for a ringer, not too shabby.